Well, Minorcan Navy, here we go with the conclusion of the Dali in the Port of Baltimore. This morning, just before 9 o'clock, the Bridget McAllister, Alicia McAllister, the Mark Moran, and a tug called the Washington were there in Dundalk alongside the Dali, and then she began to pull out and head towards the bridge. We got some images here that were sent to us, and see the ship under tow from the tugs heading out past the remnants of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. This image from the Fort Armistead Park. As the ship was being towed by. And then we got this image sent to us here, David Stiles photography of the Dali as she passed the Bay Bridge on her way down to Norfolk. Now, we pulled up our marine traffic and took a look at the images here, and the Dali was out by itself, so she was under power herself. We see the tugs that were kind of left with her over there. There's Mark Moran kind of in the back there. Alicia, and this is how far down they got to head to get down to Norfolk. But what a great ride we had from the very start of covering this event. It's certainly something that I will never forget. And I was so thankful to have so many of you come along and join us for the adventure and the journey in Baltimore while we watched the Dali being freed from the remnants of the bridge. We met a lot of wonderful people and got to bring you guys some pretty good footage. Even some days when the weather wasn't spectacular, we still managed to get out and find some pretty good content for the story of what was going on there in the Baltimore. And we got to see some incredible equipment and get introduced to how these pieces of equipment are utilized in their capabilities. And that for me was just icing on the cake. You see these pieces of equipment out, and it's a lot different when you can see them being utilized for something that had such a worldwide effect as the accident there in Baltimore. When the port closed, this thing had ramifications across the globe, altering shipping routes and products coming in and out. It was tough times for a lot of people. A lot of people were in the port, and the ripple effects from that were felt by so many. But the equipment that was brought in to make everything right, just getting to see these pieces of equipment being utilized and what they were able to do was very impressive. Some of the best in the world were here working on this project. And who can forget the Dale Pyatt, that Cashman asset, the bucket dredge, working that clamshell, and what we saw that pulled up, and probably will still be seen for a while there around the site. But just going back through these files and looking at these images brought back so many memories for me, and some of the things that we were we were all able to learn together. And that was the really, really neat thing for me. It's just how much the Minorcan Navy grew and how much as a collective group we were able to share across the channel. I'll have to say this, it was not me alone, but all of you had a hand in it as well. And it was a fantastic, fantastic adventure. Even today, I think back at when this started, and it seemed that, you know, the images we just saw, I was there, and I was in a coat. You know, it was cold, and of course that whole area is currently suffering through a heat wave. We saw a lot of firsts. You guys remember the Balsa 94, the first ship to leave the Port of Baltimore after Don John got that channel opened up enough so that some of the ships that had been locked in got to leave. And then we also were introduced to the Workers' Memorial up at the entrance to the Fort Armistead Park. Had an opportunity to meet the artists that put all this together, meet some of the friends and families of the 6 who were tragically killed in the accident working up on top of the bridge. I won't forget them, and I hope that they are not forgotten by so many others as things begin to wind down with the Dali leaving Baltimore. These people will forever, just seeing this memorial and the way it was set up was very touching, and it brought back to me just how human this event really was. Who could forget our day with the demolition? Boom.
That's loud. I think I got tinnitus. That scared the shit out of me. Oh my God, that scared me.
And just like that,
Oh my God.
the smoke begins to
Why
clear.
you weren't even filming this whole time?
And it was quite a pop. Quite a pop indeed.
Is that it?
We saw so many things while the process was going on, and it was an honor to be able to bring it to you. Thank you guys, and we'll be looking for the next adventure. We're going to continue on with what we're doing now. We hope you guys will stay here with the channel. It's been a great ride. Thanks again, and as always, we want to say, hey, you guys be safe out there.